So thanks for jumping. Thanks for giving me a bit of time. I think that you've done very well over the last 8 weeks,
Yeah,
even though it's just a start for you. But I just think that you've
yeah,
done very well, and I think that you would inspire some of the ladies here and get them to, give them a good kick up the bum and make them realize that you're just like everyone else, and
yeah,
you know, and I think sometimes, especially when you are at the start, when you just, when you just you not you need the help and you just want it, you will just want to get away from where you're at.
hmm,
It can sometimes seem like nothing will kind of work. So I think sometimes seeing other people's journeys and seeing other people's stories can be inspiring. I know that I'm always inspired by other people's stories. So yeah, so I'd love to hear, about how you've gone. But tell us a little bit about where you were at the start when I
okay.
first
So,
spoke to you. Can you remember? It seems far away now, doesn't it?
yeah,
Seems like
no,
a lifetime ago.
yeah, I'm in a very different place to when I started. I mean, I can still remember the conversation having with you. I was trying different things. I wanted to lose some weight as I'd put on a fair bit of weight about 4 months, 3 or 4 months ago. Um, I was feeling depressed, and as I said to you, I was because I do have a bit of anxiety, PTSD type things from my work and or work related stuff, from my defence years mainly, and I felt like I needed to go back on antidepressants, but I didn't really want to. So yeah, I tried this as a way to lose some weight, get fitter, get my mood, my mindset a bit different. The other thing is to get my waistline under 80 centimeters, because my mum passed away 18 months ago with heart related disease. She had a heart attack, so
Yeah.
that's a really important thing for me. Mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
So
And you're
I
well,
wasn't
you're
in.
well on your way there now.
Yeah, I've got 3 centimeters to go, and then I'm under, like, yeah, underneath it. So that's good. So yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
So
And yeah, and how are you feeling different now compared to what you've just said? I mean, you're a different person, I must say.
yeah, I was pretty. I could feel myself being dragged down into depression, and I was just really. It's not who I am as a person. It's not, it's not who I am, and I just wanted to. There's a lot of fog. I don't know if people can understand that, but
Mm,
there's a fog that comes over you, and you can't see the sky for the forest type thing. It's always hard work to get out of bed. You're pushing yourself to do just the normal things, and I wanted that energy back. I wanted more clarity, a better
yeah.
mindset, clear, to be able to know that when I'm making a choice or making decisions, it's clear in my head, and I'm okay with it, and having that better resilience, I think, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And also because we were speaking the other day as well, when I first met you as well, you were on shakes, you were trying shakes, weren't you?
yeah. I was on shakes. I was on
Mm,
like 2 shakes a day and a meal, and then cleansing, and it just wasn't working. I could lose weight on it, and I'd lose like
hmm
5 or 6 kilos, but it just wasn't sustainable, and I was hungry, and yeah, I just didn't find it sustainable for me, and I couldn't eat the same meals that my kids were eating, so it's kind of
hmm
having like making to cook 3 different things, which just just doesn't work. I work full time, you know, it's
Yeah.
too time consuming. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And when did the Milo come into that then, into that plan?
It hasn't even my plan that teenager we it's like a spoonful out of the tin, so it just
Yeah.
yeah, been there.
Yeah, when Rachel, yeah, when Rachel first started, how many glasses were you having? Or you just having it once a day, were you?
Yeah, once a day. Like the milk would be like that much in a mug, and the rest would be
Yeah,
Milo.
yeah,
Eat it.
yeah. But isn't it funny that now that you know you talk about that brain fog and you talk about how you feel more like better, like you don't feel so foggy now, you don't feel like you're on that edge anymore.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. Like there's just a lot more clarity. I've got more energy. Wouldn't say this week I've had the energy, but yeah, they're just a lot better. People have noticed the difference of work, my mindset as well. There's just a lot more positivity. Um, I'm not letting things get to me like I would have 8 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, 8 9 weeks ago. Yeah, so
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Mm.
because you're stronger. Like
Yeah,
it seems like it seemed weird that something so something just just looking after yourself and eating well can make such a significant change in your life, but it seriously does, doesn't it? It's crazy. You don't realize it until it actually happens to like for you.
yeah. And this is easy. Like I find, like once I made those changes, it's so much easier to follow, and I'm not guilty. I don't feel guilty if I have that caramello koala. It makes me sick
Mhm.
after, so that's chaos.
Yeah,
I don't feel like, oh god, I've just totally killed it. Killed what I've been trying to achieve. In fact, it just kind of propels me to go right. No, that food's just not for me. You know?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that thing. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And tell everyone about the kids, how much they love the muffins.
Oh my god, I made 4 dozen and I had 6 out of those 4 dozen. The kids ate them in 2 days. They just stuck down with the straw and that. I even like the chocolate mousse that I made with the avocado and the cacao.
Oh, are they eating that now? Oh
Yes,
no.
yes.
Just don't share it with them.
They won't have a chocolate though, which is awesome. Too bitter for
Oh,
them.
they don't.
So,
Oh, okay, there you go. That's
and they don't
hilarious.
like the cow. Yeah, I'm actually going to make some more of those muffins tonight, as I haven't had time earlier on in the week. I might put some goji berries in one lot as well. See how that
Yep,
goes.
yep,
Yeah. So, but
yep.
no,
Alana's asked what muffins are they?
they're the chocolate chip banana ones, and they're on the website that I've made. The kids go rank for it. Like seriously, it is so hard to keep up with the demand. It's just like I'm hot, so I've got snacks for the week. It's
Yeah.
getting that bad. Get to them. So
Yeah, no, that's
yeah, but I make
yeah,
them
no,
as
that's hilarious.
two.
What
So
was that? You
I
cut
don't.
out a little bit there.
So I make the muffins cupcake size, so
Yep,
they're not muffin size. And
yep.
they even tried to trick me one day. They cut them all in half. They'd eaten them and then cut them in half again to make it look like.
There was more left. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh
Mm,
wow, that's hilarious. Love that though. I love that.
but
Yeah, gosh. And they're loving your cooking too, isn't it?
yep, they love, and I'm enjoying cooking more now because it is easy. It's quick and easy now that I know what I'm doing, and
Yes.
when things, that's been so helpful knowing that having your carbs in the morning at lunchtime as opposed to having them at night. And sometimes I do slip up and have them at night, but that just it just makes it easier. Like, and I'm feeling better for that, doing that. So having those
Yeah.
kind of little knowing when's the best time and all that is just invaluable really. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. And And I guess, what's some, because I mean, it would have been very easy. So you had a period there where you were on holidays for a couple of weeks and then you had to go back to work. It would have
Yeah.
been very easy for you to just be like, oh, back to work now, like whatever. What do you think it was that's kept you? Because I know that a lot of people struggle with motivation or they let things get in their way. What do you think's kept you motivated throughout the 8 weeks? Because you haven't really, I mean, look, yes, you've had days here and there or whatever, but in the grand scheme of things, your journey's been pretty spot on. What do you think's kept you
Yeah.
on track?
I'm just it's easy. It's not hard work. Like,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you prepare, like I had, like, even if I haven't made my muffins and stuff like that during the week, or the kids have hijacked me and eaten them all. There's the other go-to things are like my wallaby bites. Yeah. You know what my kids did to me the other day? Like, I could have killed them. I made chicken teriyaki, and I thought, right, I'll have it in the fridge from tomorrow for lunch, right? And gone in there, got it, taken it to work. They'd taken all the chicken pieces out. So I didn't get my
That's
protein.
hilarious. They're so cheeky.
Yeah, they are very cheeky. Like, I'm like, seriously, they actually love it. So yeah, go figure. But I have some go-to things like the counter bars for the protein. I buy unflavoured protein powder, so I can put that in anything, so it doesn't taste gross. Like, there's a little Vietnamese shop, or it's a bakery, which sells chicken sushi rolls if I want to get takeaway, or I'll go to Subway and get a multigrain thing with protein in it. So, like, I'm not feeling like I'm missing out. Cut down to down to 2 coffees a day, which has been easy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you're having 4?
Yeah, 4 to 6 a day, easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's good. Red Seal, peach and pineapple tea bags, and strawberry and raspberry tea. Oh my God, they are just beautiful. So I drink them as much as I drink coffee now. So yeah. Which is good. Yeah.
That would have made a big difference in the way that you feel, going from 6 to now 2 coffees.
Yeah.
It would have been very, very subtle.
Yeah. It was good. Yeah, I think that being prepared is the biggest thing, and making sure that you take things into work with you. I mean, I'm lucky because I can either be in the office or I can be out and about, so it's not hard for me to go into the shops and get, a little lot of chicken from Coles or whatever, because I'm fairly, most of the time I can work around my own hours and stuff like that, but other times I can't. It can be risky.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm struggling to get meals in because I'm busy, at work with what I do.
Yeah.
So, it weighs itself up. Yeah.
But you very could have easily just been like, oh, I'm just going to choose the crap though. You could have very easily used that as an excuse to go back to your old ways.
Yeah, I just felt too good knowing.
Yeah.
I was feeling that clarity, feeling really good.
Yeah.
I want to feel like that crap. And I, like, as I said, it's the small things, like maybe having a caramello koala, and I had 3 pizzas of pizza one night, with the kids. And I'm just like, I'm pretty happy with what I'm eating, not having processed food. So, because it just makes you feel like crap after you have it.
And that's a really good place to be. That's when it's sustainable, because you actually want to feel good. Once you get to the place where you've felt good for a long enough period of time, and then you might devil back into go for a weekend away or whatever and have the old food, that's when it really makes you realize, wow, like I feel horrible, and it makes you not want to go back to where you were. And that's where you kind of got to get to. So you're in a really good place at the moment. This is how you maintain it.
Yeah. I mean, I went out for dinner the other night with the netball girls, and I had grilled chicken with vegetables and the garlic sauce on the side. So the garlic, yeah. So
Mhm.
it was for that. I didn't, and I elected not to have the potato chips. I mean, mind you, it was a big pub meal, so that protein was massive.
Yep.
Um, but it was yummy, and I just didn't feel, yeah. So I was still able to go out and enjoy the night with my friends, but not pig out and on just crap. Yeah,
Yeah. For the
I
sake
just,
of it.
yeah, exactly. So that's nice. I mean, I've got a few testing weekends coming up. I've got the netball trip, not next week, this weekend, but next. But I'm not a huge drinker of alcohol, so I might have a couple of wines or something, but nothing huge. And then
Yep.
in 6 weeks' time, I've got a Defence Force reunion, which will be a very big thing because that's,
Huge.
yeah, yes, yeah, fun. So, that's good. That only happens once every 2 years, so yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
and you
thing.
need
But
to enjoy yourself as well though. It's not going to be the end of the world. You have to have balance. You can't do this without having balance. I don't care what anyone says. You can't be on a restrictive diet for the rest of your life. It doesn't work. It just doesn't
exactly.
work, you know?
I mean, I'll
And we
probably
already
have,
have enough stress in our life as it is.
yeah, exactly, to feel guilty about it. I mean, look,
Mm.
when I go out to Defence reunion, I probably will have a few drinks up there. Having said that, I will eat healthy up there because there's plenty of meal options and stuff like that anyway. We're not, yeah, so there'll be platters and healthy foods there, but the alcohol
Yeah.
might get a, yeah, get all flowing.
I can imagine it be a bit of a wild party, I'd say.
Yeah, it's going to be good fun. So, I mean, these people we haven't seen for a few years, so that's good.
Yeah.
But, as I said, I've felt everybody has noticed a huge difference um, in me personally. I suppose,
Yeah.
like, my attitude's a lot different. And people are really now starting to notice that I've dropped weight. So,
Mhm.
yeah, really
Yeah.
starting to notice. A few people have come up and said, geez, yeah. So, and I noticed it probably about, I started noticing about probably 5, 6 weeks ago. I reckon I started mentioning about my work pants because
Yeah.
I don't go, I haven't weighed myself. I think I weighed myself at the beginning. I haven't weighed myself since, and I won't weigh myself. I'm more
Mhm.
concentrated on my centimeters.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah, I don't want to look at the number. Probably, yeah. So
Yeah.
and
No.
yeah, but
Actually, I need to look at your measurements too now that you've given me the proper one.
yeah, sorry about
That's
that. I can
okay.
figure it out. Um,
So your
yeah.
work
So
pants are loose.
yes, my tight ones are actually getting to be what my looser ones are. So, but as I said, 3 more centimeters to go, and they'll be perfect. I'm very comfortable. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, it's very good. Very
Yeah.
exciting.
Because there's no
Yeah.
giving
Are
my
you? What was that?
there's no giving my work pants.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they're tailored pants, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they would have
Exactly.
quite a thick. They would have quite a thick waistband on them.
Yes, they do. So yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
put them on your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah.
There's no hiding that there. There's no hiding the extra kilos.
No, not with them. And the other thing too is, I wear about probably 15 kilos on my belt with all my
Mhm.
equipment stuff. So being weightier, it actually puts more strain on my back. So I've actually
Yeah, of
felt a
course.
lot,
Yeah.
yeah, I've actually felt a lot better now that I've, lost some centimeters, that my equipment belt's actually probably sitting better, I suppose. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
because it could have essentially, yeah, it could affect your back, and then if you've got more weight, if you're holding a lot more weight around your belly on top of that, and then your core's not activating, it's like a whole heap of weight on your
Yeah.
lower back. Yeah.
Yeah, and it gets uncomfortable, particularly if you're wearing it for 8 hours. I mean, again, sometimes I'm trying to get that light out.
It's all right. Doesn't matter. All good.
Yeah. I could be wearing that up to 8 hours. So some days I don't. other days I do. So depending on what got on our itinerary. So yeah. So that and trying to bend over with that weight, with that belt on, and you're carrying extra kilos is really frigging uncomfortable. So it's better off.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. What advice would you say to any of the newbies, or anyone, not even the newbies, just anyone that's maybe a little bit stuck or is struggling a little bit?
Ask questions. Like, that's what I've done. Like, with the bread thing, ask you the questions. Look at the Facebook thing and see what other people are doing, but always take your advice on it, which is what I've done. And not feel guilty if you have that bar or something like that. As you say, one bad meal is not going to make you gain weight. It's a learning. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah. It's not about being perfect. It's about being more consistent rather than trying to be 100% perfect all the time.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, we're all women on this, and we really, I know I'm really hard on myself at times, and I've got 3 kids. I've got horses, I've got commitments, and stuff like that, and we're very driven to be, and I think society drives us to be perfect in every aspect of our lives, and we're not. We can't keep up with it, particularly if you're a single parent. You just cannot sustain that, and give yourself a break. Have some time out for yourself as well. That's always important.
No, that's really good advice. It's so true. Like a lot of women, I mean, in the program, they beat themselves up. They're like freaking out. Oh my God! Like I had a piece of chocolate or whatever, and beat themselves up about it. And sometimes that way of thinking and that mindset is the exact thing that's sabotaging you. That exact thing, you beating yourself up, is actually feeding the cycle that you're in of making yourself feel unworthy, making yourself feel in a negative mindset, not good enough, all the rest of it, and then making poor food choices, and it just feeds itself constantly. But I mean, you're right, none of us are perfect, and there is a lot of pressure on us. And then look, especially single mums, there's a lot of pressure on you guys to be everything to everyone, and I think a lot of that pressure though comes from yourselves as well, trying to be mum and dad and make up for what's lost, like what's not there, and all the rest of it. But you're right, it's not about being perfect. It's just learning to accept yourself as is, and knowing that this process is not perfect in any way, shape or form. And if you expect it, if you go into it having an expectation that it's going to be perfect, you're just setting yourself up for failure, because it's not, it's never perfect. Having a pie or having a Mars bar, it's honestly not the end of the world. You should enjoy it. Enjoy the damn thing. If you're going to have it, friggin' enjoy it. Don't beat yourself up about it.
Exactly. And, that's the thing. You've just got to, I think, as was pointed out, I was on that shake diet. And yes, I dropped weight very quickly. I probably dropped 4 or 5 kilos in 2 weeks, right? So, but I doubled putting that back on 4 months ago. So the slow way is, and look, to be honest, 7 centimeters in 8 weeks, I think that's pretty good. Off my waist. So, it was a slower way, but it's more sustainable, which means it's less likely to come back on, and I'm able to continue with what I'm doing, and it's not, So, and it's for the whole family.
And even though you lost that 5 or whatever kilos, there's still no guarantee that weight's come off your belly. What generally happens is a lot of women lose it from things like their legs, their limbs, places where they're leanest, and they're still stuck with the belly.
Yeah,
You know, because it's not actually, you're not actually targeting fat when you do it that way. A lot of the times you're losing water weight, you're losing muscle, you know, you're barely touching fat, you know, whereas this way you are actually targeting fat and from the places that actually matters, you know, like for example, the visceral fat around your tummy, which you're talking about, which is very important for you to get rid of. You know, just because you lose 5 kilos doesn't necessarily mean that it's coming off those areas, you know, so yeah.
And I'm getting to an age, I hate to say it, but I'm getting, really hate saying it, but I am getting to an age where I have to look at long-term health. Like, you know, I need to make sure my bones are full of calcium, so I'm not going to get osteoporosis. I need to make sure my heart health is good. And, you know, so I am around when my kids have kids and stuff like
Yeah.
that. We've got to continue on the journey. And I think as well, even when I hit my my ideal, it's still going to be good just for support and stuff like that, because you never know what's going to happen down the track as well.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
it's just good to have that support base with like-minded people that have all had that same kind of goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if I ever get
exactly.
stuck too, I know I can speak to you or put it out there on the website, on the Facebook page, and go, right, this is what I'm, the ideas, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And you feel safe to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's non-judgmental. There's, you know, everyone's really supportive and that, which is good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what I like about it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's
Awesome.
easy, and I love the fact that you don't have to buy meals from it. You do your shopping, and it can be all inclusive for the whole family. So that's
Yeah.
the biggest bonus, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well worth
Yeah.
it. Mm.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Well, you've done very, very well, and I'm very proud of how far you've come. But